Hello, everybody. Bengala Tunji here. Today we shall be looking at internal analysis. We want to move on now to knowing our customer. Who is our customer? Who is our customer? So simply put, a customer is somebody or anybody who appreciates our service enough or our products, goods and services enough to compensate us for the job well done. That is who a customer is. So a customer is a person or an organization that could exchange the delivery of our value or services or goods or products with a purchase consideration. So when we have that, or when we see that happen to us, we know that we have a customer. So having known our customer, what is our market? What we sell to them, the niche in which we are operating within, that is our market. If you are in education, education is a market, educational industry. If you are selling children goods, you are in children market. Now we could still segment it. So we can divine our market by who we are rendering services to, our potential customer, and the like. So, but a business owner must be able to ask ourselves a question and answer it. Why is customer buying from us? We need to ask these questions so that we'll be able to know how to meet the needs of our customer and be able to deliver services in a way that they actually need and most acceptable way they want to be served. Customers will buy from the business entity that meets their needs most successfully. So we could see why some organizations are thriving, are having more customers that they can undo, and some organizations are not having enough patronage. So the question of why is customers buying from us is key to our value chain analysis. We will get there soon. So we must be able to ask what our customers need. Having known who our customers are, what are their needs? You see, about pricing, they want better pricing. Like I always say, many customers, it's not about pricing alone that they are buying or they are not buying. There are other things, but we need to know. Maybe they are buying from us or they need better quality products. Maybe they just want a brand that is unique. Maybe they just enjoy convenience of buying from us, maybe nearness to them. So we must know, why would they buy from us? What do they need? Probably they enjoy our sales promotion and advertisements. So we must know, why are they buying from us? We must know their needs so that we'll be able to meet it. So when we know why they are buying from us, we'll be able to design our product delivery or service delivery to better serve them. So what are the groups? or divisions of customers. How can we group customers? Customers can be grouped into 3 unique categories. We can have consumers, and these people or this organization, they buy only to consume. We can have industrial. These people buy from us as input to produce another thing. And also we could have governmental organizations and agencies, and they could either be consumer and they could be industrial. So these are the three broad unique divisions of customers that an organization could have. If they are not consumer, they will be industrial. If they are not, they will be governmental, agency, or organization. So let us move on to the 4 P's of marketing mix. The 4 P's of marketing mix. There we'll be talking about the product, we'll be talking about the price, we'll be talking about the place, we'll be talking about promotion. For some of us, before, all these 4 categories are more of physical in nature. But the truth now in this generation is that all of them, they've changed form. They've all changed form. So the 4 marketing mix, they are not the same again. Even though it's still price, product, place, and promotion. You can say, Benga, what are you talking about? So for a marketer that wants to market a product strategically, the product now, unlike before, could be online. Like this service that we are rendering now to you is online. We are never in a classroom, but the same lectures go on at your convenience. You can be in your car on your way in the traffic to work or from work, even cooking for women, and you are listening to me. So the product has changed form. And for strategic capability, an organization must know and design their value chain around the changing nature of their business or businesses. Price too. Now when we are pricing, we are not pricing has become dynamic too. Pricing has become dynamic. Like you can't have one price even for the same product. You cannot have again that, okay, let's say I want to sell a book, one of my book. The price at which I'm going to sell for the hardcover is different from the price I'm going to sell for the normal paper cover. It's going to be different from the price that the online buyers are going to buy. So pricing too has changed form and must be considered when we want to sell a product. Also, place has changed too. We don't need to be physically present somewhere before we can sell again. We can sell anywhere in the world. You can be in Nigeria and sell in Japan, South Korea, North Korea, You can even sell Afghanistan and the like. You can sell in any part of the world while you are at the other remote place, end of the earth, because the place too is now dynamic. Promotion. Promotion too has changed. Before, it must be hard copy. You print a leaflet to give to people and the like, or you go out and bring some things together on a platform, advertising, calling people's attention. But now, at a click, just at a click, million people could hear you, million people could view you, your promotion, your advertisement. So everything has changed, and the dynamics of the recent environment must be considered when organizations are putting together marketing mixture or how to promote or go about selling their products. So now let us move on to critical success factor. Critical success factor. So what is critical success factor? Simply put, critical success factor is something or those things that we must have in order to thrive in a business, in a market, to venture into a new thing. Without these critical success factors, thriving or accomplishing becomes extremely difficult. Like if somebody is preparing visibility study and the like, part of what must be considered is critical success factors in business planning. If you are putting planning in place, you must consider what are the critical success factors. So that is things that must be for this business to function, to stand the test of time. All these things must be present. Critical success factors are factors that are essential to the strategic success of a business. They have been defined as those components of strategy in which the organization must excel to outperform competitor. That was definition from GSW, Johnson Schools and Whittington. When management are analyzing a market or customer in the market, they should try to understand which factors are essential to succeed in business in this particular market. So all those factors are what we call critical success factor, CSF. So key performance indicators. Key performance indicators. Basically, when we are talking about key performance indicators, we are talking about critical success factor. The difference is that critical success factors are a bit subjective, but key performance indicators are objective. What do I mean? Why critical success factors may not be measurable. Measurability is involved in key performance indicators. KPIs must be measurable. How can we know key performance indicators or critical success factors? Let's say we want to go into a new market. We could understudy some of the organizations, producers that have gone ahead of us in that industry. What makes them successful? Those are critical success factors. That does not mean we will be able to replicate it in total, but that gives us an idea as to how we should go about our business too. Critical success factors are also important in strategic implementation. So by the time we are executing and fleshing up our organization, we must consider all these aspects of our operations, which we know will make us successful. Critical success factors should be identified during the process of assessing strategic positioning. Which organization do we want to form? What do we want to be selling? So we must consider, do we have what it takes to be in that market? So those things that it takes are the critical success factors. They are also important in strategic implementation. They are important in measurement of performance. In fact, measurement of performance must be built on critical success factor. And the measurability side of it is what we call key performance indicator. So let us see the dimensions that Johnson and School have to add to critical success factor idea. So Johnson and School's 6-step approach to critical success factors. So these are the 6 steps that GSW or JS specifically give to us, Johnson and Schools, in approaching critical success factor. First of all, we should identify the critical contributors to our profitability. What will make this business we want to venture into to be profitable? We must be able to identify them from the onset. Then, having identified them, we must build our core competencies around the identified factors. So the second step is identify what is necessary, that is the critical competencies, in order to achieve a superior performance in the critical success factor. So having known what we need to do to make us profitable, the first step. Then the second step is we must develop ourselves to have core competencies in it. Having done that, the next step is to develop the level of critical competence so that it acquires the ability to gain a competitive advantage. So now, having known critical competencies required, we must begin to develop ourselves in those areas. Then after we've done that, we must identify key performance indicators. That is, we must turn all those core competencies to measurable factors. We must be able to put figures on them so that it could be measured. So step 4 is about the measurability or KPI. You see that I link together measurement and KPI because that is the difference between it and critical success factor. After we've done that, we should give emphasis to developing critical competencies to everybody in the house. That is our employees, management style, and everybody. We must continue to emphasize it that everybody must develop himself or herself to this level of competence. Then after we've done that, we must continue to monitor. That is, check our KPI that we've set for ourselves. Are we meeting the target that we've set for ourselves? So that is the monitoring aspect of the step. So now we are moving on to competitors benchmarking. Competitors benchmarking. So what do we mean by benchmarking our competitors? Benchmarking is a process of comparing our own performance against the performance of someone else. Preferably the best of the best in our industry. So when we say we are benchmarking, we are simply saying we are trying to compare our performance or what we do, the services we are rendering, the goods we are producing against other competitors within the same niche or market segment that we operate. And a lot of benchmarking could be achieved. We can benchmark almost anything. So we have some types of or methods of benchmarking: internal benchmarking, operational benchmarking, competitors or competitive benchmarking, customer benchmarking, and so many more. Let's pick aforementioned